Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Toastmaster Club meeting 398. Special meeting to celebrate Hari Raya. Theme is Back to Kampung. Before we start, I would like to get consent from all of you that we will have this meeting recorded for archive purpose. So if you wish your speech or your evaluation not to be recorded, please inform the exco after the meeting so we can delete your part from the recording. Next is housekeeping rules. First, please have your video switched on throughout the meeting to support the speakers and to interact with other participants. Please keep your speaker on mute. Please keep your mic on mute when you are not speaking. For guests, you are encouraged to partake in the table topic session where you can practice to give impromptu speech. To ensure seamless experience, the screen will be shared throughout the meeting. So participants, you are advised to modify your own view. You can choose speaker view, gallery view to optimize your experience. With that, I shall pass the floor to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Zhi Jun, for the opening address. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ming Kang. Hello, everyone. Welcome to University Malaya Toastmaster Club, UMTMC 398 meeting. Next slide. Today's meeting theme is Back to Kampung. For your acknowledgement, kampung is the Malay word of village. English we call village, Malay we call kampung. Back to kampung and the heart finds peace. Nothing else matters as long as family is there. Today, we are here to celebrate the Eid al-Fitr and also the Hari Raya Aidilfitri, which are coming soon on next Monday and Tuesday. So today we come and celebrate here. This special occasion not only marks the joyous end of the Hari Raya Aidilfitri, but also reminds us of the importance of family, tradition, and togetherness. Coming back to our beloved kampung is a return to our roots, a time to reconnect with your loved ones, your families, your father, your mother, relive cherished memories, and strengthen the bonds with your family and your friends that make our community so special. So today, let's call the meeting a start, sit back, and let's celebrate Hari Raya together. With that, I'd like to pass the stage to our Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster T. Sherru, Presentation Mastery Level 2. Toastmaster Sherru, the floor is yours.
Sherru, you're muted.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the meeting today. I'm your Toastmaster of the evening for today's meeting. With Dr. Ralph C. Smedley introducing Toastmaster Club to the world in 1924, and subsequently Vincent Hall bringing it to University of the Malaya. Today, we are here today for our 398th meeting. For the flow of today's meeting, it will be prepared speech followed by table topics, an impromptu speech where everyone can participate, and last but not least, our evaluation session. Our role players for today's meeting will be Grammarian, R-Counter, and Timer. Due to the time limitation for today, I will help them to brief their respective roles. Nonetheless, they will give us a report at the end of the day. The word of the day is bliss. It means perfect happiness and great joy. For example, lying on a sunny beach is my idea of sheer bliss. Our grammarian Siew will pay attention to our language usage, outstanding words, quotes, saying, or thoughts. Apart from that, we will have our R counter, Ming, who will catch us when we are using the filler words or sounds like so, like. Instead of using the filler sounds, why not we try to take a pause? Last but not least, we have our timer, Shin, who will take note of how much time we have spent in our speech as well as each session. During our speeches, there will be 3 color signals shown. The green signal indicates that we have reached the minimum requirement of the time that we shall spend for the speech, whereas the warning sign, it means that the speaker has to quickly wrap up her or his speech as soon as possible. But when the red signal is shown, speaker will have to immediately end their speech. Without further ado, let's invite our prepared speakers for the prepared speech session to deliver their speeches. Speakers, take a deep breath and get ready for your moments in the spotlight. Now, let's invite our first speaker, Iman Sofea. She is attempting her level 1 evaluation and feedback second speech. The purpose of this project is for her to practice applying the feedback received from her first speech into her second one. Now, Iman, are you ready?
Hello, can everybody see me and hear me? Okay.
Yeah, Iman, we can see you well and hear you well. One,
All
Iman
right.
Sofea, one. Over to you, Iman.
All right. So, hi everyone. Happy last week of fasting and happy early Raya. Thank you for having me again this week. And so last week I talked about transitioning into an adult, reflecting on the past 20 years and what has changed for me. Today, instead of focusing on a broad 2 decades, I'd like to talk about this past year in particular. I mentioned in passing that it's been about a year since I joined, and now I'm finally about to complete the first level of my Toastmasters journey. Change can happen within a year, a month, or even a day, even in the few seconds as I'm presenting the speech. So, to put a close to this chapter, I would like to look back and see just how much I've changed from the me of today and the me at the beginning, who was completely new to everything. So, to be completely honest with all of you, I wasn't really keen on this club when I first joined. I know I joined through my own volition, but when I actually experienced the meetings, I felt really intimidated. I didn't like speaking at all, after all. And so there was a lot of hesitation. And it was only through the efforts, the constant reminders and encouragement from my mentor Ming and our president Zhi Jun that I was actually able to get my ass up and make some progress. And of course, there's also the club fees that I paid, which, there's that. But anyway, it's true that sometimes the things that you dislike are the things that are beneficial for you. And sometimes you need to be placed in an environment that puts that pressure on you. And you might have noticed, but my progress has been a bit slow. It took me a whole year to get here. So moving forward, my resolution would be to be a bit more proactive and stop relying on people having to push me all the time. As an English student, I'm honestly really burnt out from writing. I've had to write countless essays, speeches, and creative work. It Sorry. It feels like my brain is about to be wrung dry. But as they say, no pain, no gain. So even if I'm at my wits' end looking for motivation and inspiration, I can't deny that having some observable progress and improvement is really satisfying to see, and I'd say is totally worth my enslavement to the keyboard. And so while completing a speech felt satisfying, I also felt disappointed a lot of times. Sometimes I messed up, and sometimes I was just not as good as my previous one. And that really worried me because aren't you supposed to be improving with each step and not having your skills regress? But now I realize that growth isn't always linear. And that naturally, as I try out different styles of speeches, I am bound to find different areas that I am lacking in that I wasn't aware of before. If I slip up today, then that would just be something to work on tomorrow. For example, compared to the me of last week, the me of today will get through her speech in one take. And she will use the word of the day, which honestly is something I really lack diligence in. And if the word isn't relevant to the content of her speech, then she'll take it as challenge. And although the me of today only started writing her speech last night and started practicing it 2 hours ago, the me of next time will hopefully give herself ample time to prepare and not procrastinate until the last minute. It's funny. I thought speaking was a practical skill that was pretty straightforward and that existed for it a state of perfection. But now I realize that it's a lot more elaborate because each time you give a speech, you'll be confronted with a different audience and you'll have a different story to share. And speaking of which, my first ever icebreaker speech, I was asked the reason I wanted to join. And my answer was only 5 words. I said, I wanted to speak more. That was my answer. A short, a simple, but important goal nonetheless. And thanks to everyone here, I was able to do just that. And I realized that it's not just limited to within the club. I've noticed myself speaking more wherever and whenever, be it making small talk or speaking up in class or having discussions with people. I wouldn't say that I enjoy speaking now. To be honest, I still really hate it, but it's become a lot more bearable. And it doesn't fill me with the same dread as it once did. I've long been aware of the importance of communication, especially in humans who are social beings. But it was only recently that I felt for myself how truly precious it is. There is a certain bliss that you get by sharing words with one another, even if it's just spoken in passing with a stranger. Through speaking, you notice that there are so many invisible threads of connection between you and other people. You become able to find your place in society and in the world, and existing becomes a lot more comfortable that way. So, as I continue on my journey and as I grow older, my goal has evolved to not only learning to speak better, but to live better as well. Because it is through these intersections with other people that growth fosters and how our own fate unfolds. All right, thank you for listening to my speech today, and I'll be sure to greet you next time with much better one.
Thank you, Iman. It is truly a sheer bliss for us to listen to your speech. And I hope that everyone here today will receive a lot of advantages by joining Toastmaster Club, just like how Iman received a lot of benefits just by joining Toastmaster. Next, we will have Harshini ending her level 1 evaluation and feedback. First speech. The purpose of her speech is for her to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. Harshini, are you ready for the spotlight? Kang, next page, thank you. Harshini, are you ready for your speech?
Yes.
Independent at 16, Harshini. Harshini, independent at 16. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. So, independent. Now, being independent differs from people to people, context to context. For some, it's just the sense of moving out of your house, living alone, or buying a property for yourself. For others, it's about the sense of liberation from abusive or overwhelming situation. Yet, both situations have something in common. It's about those memories and moments of first experiencing being independent. And those are very blissful memories that we should cherish forever. So, if you ask me, for me, being independent was neither here nor there. It was a sense of living, but at the same time, I felt free, the sense of freedom. So, if I want to explain further about how I felt, we have to go way back to 2019. Wow, 2019. Okay. 2019, the peak of COVID. So, at the peak of COVID, I was just 15 years old. And a bit of context, when I was studying lower form, my school had a condition where if you were to take maths and science in English, for some reason, you had to study Japanese. My Japanese barely passed, don't ask me. So, when we were studying this, our sensei at the time gave us an opportunity to register for an exchange program 6 months in Japan, fully scholar. So obviously, me and my friends applied because why not? And then after a few months, I got called for an interview where they rejected me for that program. No surprise there. But they gave me the option to choose to go somewhere else in Europe based on my stellar essay, if I say so myself, for a short exchange program instead. So obviously, I took it. It was not scholar, but the price is very reasonable, even till today. Now, obviously, it's a fun trip, right? Going out, exchange program to a European country. Well, the one thing that I forgot to consider is that this was peak COVID. Peak. Very high cases. So I went to KLIA and I was told that I was to be accompanied by 3 other people. So in Malaysia, only 4 of us were selected to go out of 10K plus applicants. I went there. There were 4 people, 4 volunteers to help me with boarding, but only a single me. I was like, where are the other applicants, right? And they were like, this is COVID. We only chose 1 person to go. All right, fine. And then they told me, okay, so this is a night flight. I'll be traveling alone. And then I will go through 2 transits to arrive Italy. Fun fact, I've never traveled alone. I've never taken transit and I hate night flights. Wow. Okay. What to do? Face the music. Just go on with it. And this is where I first felt the sense of independence. Why? Always, for me, my parents, my father will help me with the luggage and my mother will help with the boarding. Ignorance is bliss, they say. That's how I lived. Now suddenly, everything I had to do by myself. With no instruction, nothing. They just said, follow the board, follow what they say. Wow. Such advice, right? But I went through it. Immigration and everything. I went through everything. I boarded the plane. And I remember the first transit to Abu Dhabi. So many people, crowded, everything right, written in Arabian. The only word I knew there was exit and transit. I followed that exit and transit sign for 15 minutes walking by, hoping to not get lost. I made it in time. Okay, then I transit again to Frankfurt, one of the largest airports. Same, just a signboard, transit, followed again. I've never walked that fast in my life, I walked so fast. I had 2 hours for transit. I achieved the gate in 10 minutes. My life depended on it because my first time, I didn't know what to do. And then after that, I went to Italy. I arrived there at night. Okay. Then I had to go through quarantine 2 weeks. That's normal. After that, that was the first time there I took the bus by myself, train by myself. Also, my first time going there, just walking around the town by myself, like European teenagers do, that they don't do in Malaysia. I had my Emily in Paris moment, ordering a croissant in the cafe all by myself with my broken Italian and barely usable Google Translate. Yes, each and every time I went through this, I felt a sense of independence. And every time when I went through this, I felt anxiety. Truthfully, I felt anxious. Nothing blissful about this. And now recalling those moments back, I realized every time I went through this, I just told myself, you're doing this during peak COVID moment without understanding the language. In a country, in a small town where none of them have ever seen an Indian. Okay. I went through the moment. I even made friends with the train lady giving ticket, So after going through all this, when I came back to Malaysia, I truly felt independent. You know why? Now I take the train by myself. I can walk around at the night. I take the bus. I never complain because I tell myself, you did it during COVID in a country where no one speaks English to you. During quarantine time alone. Please tell me you can't do it in Malaysia. Like, come on, man, cheer up. That was my motivator till today. So that's the story, brief story. Coming back to reality. I shared this story because being independent ultimately is never an option in our life. It's a penultimate choice everyone has to face. I faced mine at 16. Reality? Ever since we first started walking and talking, we have slowly become independent, doing things ourselves without depending on others. And my speech today is to just remind everyone here of those memories that are totally blissful if you think about it now, and to always cherish those memories, to cherish the sense of independence because each and every moment is a life lesson. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Harshini. I'm pretty sure that nothing will seem impossible for you now after encountering such a challenging independent traveling all by yourself. Here comes to the end of the prepared speech session. It's time for me to pass the floor and mic to our table topic master, Koon.
Thank you, TME of the day, Sherru.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm the table topic master. I'm the table topic master of the days. So, as a table topic sessions, there's a two speech sessions. Each speaker will give us 1 to 2 minutes for their speech. During 1.5 minutes, there's a green card singer, and then there's on 2 minutes, there's a green. Sorry, I get it wrong. There's a green card, yellow card, and red card signal for the remaining time signals for each speakers. During 2.5 minutes, there's a flash signal of the card, remaining that there's overtime. So maybe we can start the session now. Ming, can I have next slide? So today is the Raya team. Hi Raya is just next week. So I've chosen a few, about 10 topics about Raya and festivals. Any volunteer for the days? Maybe any new members want to try for table topic sessions?
Kunyet, I want to try.
Okay, sure. Ikhtifar can choose any one of it and then they will show a topic.
Okay lah. Money magic.
Money magic. So, Ming, can you press
Money
it? Yeah, you just press the, yeah. So, Ikhtifar, your topic. If your date Raya could buy anything, what will you buy? Ikhtifar, your topic is, if your date Raya could buy anything, what would you buy? The stage is yours.
Thank you, Kunyet, for the good and excellent topic that I get today, which is if your duit Raya could buy anything, what would you buy? No, I will not buy any Toastmasters membership. No, it's too cheap for my duit Raya. What I will buy is three things actually. Number one, the newest Samsung ring. Why? Why do I want that ring that cost me 3,000? Well, number one, it's stylish. Number two, I can take care of my health via the apps that is attached to the ring. And number three, it's just nice. It's very nice. It's very metallic and it's just comfortable to wear. And I did try it in one of the Samsung demo booth last month. And if you really have 3,000, you should go and buy it. Next, I would buy the Samsung Ultra S25. Why should I buy that thing? It's because number one, I'm using Galaxy 21 right now, and it's already like 5 years of using it. I need to change my phone because of number one, of the AI graphics inside the camera inside the phone. Number two is because it helps me to take notes better when I'm going on sales. And number three, it really helps me to take pictures. The camera is super nice and super blissful. And the last thing I will buy is a holiday to Chiang Mai. You know why? Because my dear friend Ming is staying there. And I just love free staycations. Where can you get a free room where your friend is staying in an exotic country that you love to be? All in all, with Raya coming and the sense of giving is there, like Chinese New Year, I hope that my parents, my relatives would give more and more and more so that I can achieve my dreams. Back to you, Kunyet.
Thank you, Ikhtifar, as a Samsung ambassadors, and hope you can buy your Samsung ring up with your day Raya this year. Next, who would like to volunteer for the second table topic speaker?
May I volunteer? Okay, sure. Okay.
Sure.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, Wei Xiang, right? Yes.
Yeah.
So you may choose a boss, which topic you want to go.
Can I have the beat?
The beat. Okay.
Yeah.
Meng, can you click the beat? Yeah. The topic will be, if your riot place has only one song on repeat, what will you be?
Can I get another topic? I'm not really familiar with any Raya songs.
Bro, you can talk anything. It doesn't mean that you talk about the Raya music. You can talk about having a heavy metal in your playlist or whatever. You can, because table topics, right? You can talk about the topic, over the topic, against the topic, and everything.
Against the topic or anything. See. Okay, so if my Raya playlist would had only one song on repeat, I'd say I would have it as the Rasa Sayang, because that's the only song I know that's related to the Malay culture. Well, I'm not really much of a music person, I would say, Because I used to listen to some pop music, but then it was only a quick fad. So it only lasted for about like 6 months before I started to move on to other things. So that's kind of one of my characteristic. I not really fascinated about one kind of thing. So if I only had one song I repeat, I just say I will stick to the classic Rasa Sayang, because if I were to be some kind of person that is always persistent about one kind of topic or one kind of agenda, I would get bored of it in a few months. So to prevent that, I go back to the classic, and because sometimes the classic songs, they have their own charm, and I get reminded of things that my memories of my childhood. So the times when we had our songs in primary schools, like Rasa Sayang, where everybody had to sing their songs, even though we don't even know what the song is about. Like everyone in the Chinese school just singing the song, we just like the tune. Then in secondary school, I'm also reminded that Rasa Sayang is a good song for for reading sajak. And there was a good teacher of mine who actually taught us a way on how to berpantun or bersajak. That means how to read a poem or how to rhyme. So it's just a good memory for me. So I would say if I only had one song in my Raya playlist, it would be Rasa Sayang. Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you, Wei Xiang. Hope this Raya you have listened repeat a lot of time of your last Sayang. So may I have the speaker?
Maybe I
Any
try.
volunteer? Okay,
Maybe
Zhi
I try.
Jun. Hi. Yeah. Will you choose a boss for the topic?
Choose the Grandma's Legend.
Okay, Grandma's Legend. So your topic will be, if your kampung have a signature dish, what will it taste like and why?
If my kampung have a signature dish, for now I have two in my mind, and in my brain I still competing which are the most signature one. First is the curry chicken. During the younger times, I hate spicy food. As normal lah. As a kid, I think there's not many kids who likes to eat spicy also. So that time when I see my parents, like when they are going out restaurant, they are ordering curry meat as hey, mommy, nice so spicy, so red. And then, yeah, nice when you go out, you know how it tastes like. And then fortunately now I like curry meat. Until 6 years old, is around Chinese New Year, second day of Chinese New Year. I go to my grandma's house, my mother's house, and then my aunt, the aunt is my mother's elder brother's wife. She cooked a dish, curry chicken, and then I saw it's red, not that red as usual. And then I say, no, yeah, you can try it. You can just taste it. I add some milk, and then I taste it. I said, oh, not that spicy, very nice. I like how it tastes, like the dairy flavor, and it was spicy. And starting from that moment, I like spicy food. And now I even can eat the mala hotpot at the spiciest level. And second is the bangkwang cha. It's like the fried turnip with carrot. I think not only me, my brother and my relatives all also like this dish because they put it with the dry squid, and also the turnip is very tasty for us to eat. So for me, I have two options, the curry chicken or the bangkok cha in my mind. So now I still competing with who are the most signature. That's all from me. Back to you.
Thank you, Jun. Introduce us your kampung's curry chickens and bangkun cha. Since I have not tried before bangkun cha, maybe in future I have time and go to Penang and try it. So I think we still have time for a few person. So any volunteer for that? Mm. Any new members want to try? Like Ninaa or
Yeah,
maybe?
sure, I can try.
Okay,
Okay.
so maybe you can choose a topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I have why? Just why?
Why just why? Okay, why just why?
Why just why?
Yes.
I don't see that. Oh, the last one.
Yes. Yes. Festival shopping list. What is the most useless thing you have ever bought?
Kang.
What's the most
The
useless
stage
thing
is yours.
ever bought? Hmm. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Since we are reaching the end of the fasting month, where we have a week left to prepare for the Raya festival itself, I have done a few shopping trips myself, me alongside my family. Now, to answer this question, what is the most useless thing I have ever bought? I can only think back to the Labubu collections I have bought for my Raya. Now, yes, it may seem useless for the festival itself. You are not wrong. However, imagine having Labubus that color coordinate with the festival itself. Having a Labubu that is the color of the ketupat. Having a Labubu that wears chongsam, baju raya. So, in that sense, yes, it may seem as a useless thing, and it is, but it definitely brings the vibe to the festival. Furthermore, think of it like this. Imagine having cute little tiny figurines, and your cousins, the younger ones who come over, are able to be in awe and play with it. If you know what it's like to have a big family where you have younger children running around, you know that the best thing about having children is when they are quiet. And how do we make them quiet? Is by letting them play with your toys. That, I would say, give you eternal bliss for your ears. With that, that is all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ninaa. I think your Labu is not useless. It's very useful for your nephews and niece to play during their riots. Since I can have one more, or I think, yeah, we can have one more people. Do anyone want to volunteer?
Make it, you want to try? Give it a go.
I can try, I guess. Snack emergency.
Snack emergency. Okay.
Number 4. Nah?
Yes.
What's the
Okay. You must try back from your home after festivals.
Once it must be from Raya one, right? Is it?
It can be anything from CNY, from
yeah.
Christmas, whatever.
Okay, so one of the snacks that I must bring back after the festive, right, will be my mom's homemade cookies. Because the cookie that she makes, right? I would say it's not nice. It's absolutely not nice because she is a beginner in making cookies, but it's made from my mom. So I would say it's my mom cookies. And if you ask me how it tastes like that, it actually tastes like a burnt chocolate cookies. I wouldn't say it's a chocolate cookies. I would call that as a burnt chocolate cookies. Why I like that one? Because I think cause my mom actually bake it for a lot of times. And I'm the only daughter that willingly to eat the cookies. So I eat a lot. And I get used to the burnt chocolate cookies taste, and I felt like it's quite nice. That made me kind of get used to that burnt taste that I feel like is smoky. Is it smoky or is like burnt very nice from my mom? And the second cookies that I would bring back is the crab steak cookies that usually faster will have that crab steak one. That's another one. Because right now I'm a working adult, right? So when I work, I will be at another hand. I must eat something. I have to eat some cookies from while I'm working. Because it's like I'm so stressful, right? And cookies bring me happiness. So that cookie is a must for me, like the crab steak one. You don't like crab steak? So yeah, that's the two best cookies that and biscuits that I would recommend. Yeah, that's all from me. Thank you.
I think your mom's cookie is full of love, so that you are loved so much.
Yeah, that's why.
I think. Do I have any volunteer most? If not, I think we can stop. Does there have any more volunteers?
Koon, I think enough already. I pity the TTE.
Okay, sure. I think then we stop for here. Thank you all of the speaker for your wonderful speech. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank
Sherru to conduct the evaluation session. Sherru, floor is yours.
Now it's time for us to humbly listen to the feedback from our evaluators. May I invite our first evaluator, Zhi Jun, to share her insights about Iman's speech. Over to you, Zhi Jun.
Thank you, Sherru. Hi, Iman. Congratulations for completing your level 1 evaluation and feedback second speech. I believe this is your last speech in level 1 also. So congratulations for completing your level 1 in presentation mastery pathway as well. Since you are doing the evaluation and feedback second speech, so I will provide evaluation based on the evaluation you received from your first speech. So from your first speech, I noticed that your evaluator has commented that you have good content and good speech structure, but you lack of hand gestures and lacking tone or variety, which is your tone is monotone. First and foremost, I was surprised with your speech title. During your first speech, your title is 20. Second speech, your title is 1. It's tally with your age, 21. And for both first and second speech, I feel like it's a link. You talk about the first 20 years, about your life getting into the boarding school and anything, and you find yourself improve in the first 20 years. And the one is the 1 year you join UN Toastmasters Club, and you found that you have improvements and in your speaking, and you found what you want. And second, in terms of the tone, I found that it's improved. Especially, I like the 2 points, which is first is when you are talking like to start you start rehearsing this speech 2 hours and procrastinate, you have a naughty tone. And second, you stress on about why you joined Toastmaster at the first speech. You stress on I want to speak more. You show a strong sense of you want to speak more in your future. For hand gestures, is improve a bit, but I feel like I have some room of improvements too. Maybe you can adjust your camera angle to higher a bit so that we can see more about the body language. And third, what I like about is you provide us a conversational speech, which is as an audience, we feel like it's comfortable to listen to your speech too. Area of improvements, I would suggest you to remove your background before speak. Yeah, just now I'm spamming like, please put on your background, please put your background. But if when you are providing a prepared speech for the benefits to show your hand gestures, I would suggest to remove so that we can see your hand clearly. And second is your eye contact. And notice that you're looking like here, looking there, looking down, looking up. Since this is the online setting, I suggest you can focus on the camera since you just assume that all of us, all the audience are at the camera there. In short, you have improved your tone and your hand gestures comparing to your first speech. And I like your conversational speech and your speech titles. You may improve on your remove your background before speak and focus your eye contact to the camera. That's all from me. Congratulations for completing your level 1. Back to you.
Thank you, Zhi Jun, our seasoned evaluator, for your feedback. Next, let me invite Jennice to evaluate Harshini's speech. Jennice, over to you.
Hey, good evening, everyone. First of all, Toastmaster Harshini, congratulations for completing your level 1 evaluation and feedback project speech. You achieved the purpose statement. First of all, I like your hand gestures. It looked natural and help you make your points more clear. Your camera position was also great, keeping you in focus. I also like your eye contact. It made the speech more personal. Sometimes you looked up while thinking, but overall you stayed focused with the audience and connected with them. Another thing I really enjoyed is your humor. The way you said that the airport was only in Arabic word and the only words you can make out was transit and exit. It made the speech more fun and memorable. Just that one small area for improvement is showing more emotions when giving advice about being independent. I'm not gonna lie, I felt the passion when you were giving advices, but I think it's not quite there yet. For example, when you talk about being yourself and being independent at the airport, using a stronger voice and facial expression could make your message even more powerful. This would help your audience feel more connected to your words. Overall, you did a fantastic job. With a little more emotion in your advice, your speeches will be even better. Looking forward to your speeches in the future. Thank you. That's all from me.
Thank you, Jennice, for your feedback. Despite being your first attempt, it seems that you have quite nailed it well. And so, it's my pleasure to invite our great table topic evaluator, Ming. Ming, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Evening, for the kind introduction. And first thing first, I'd like to congratulate every speaker here who participated in table topic speech. You have done a fantastic job sharing a blissful, I believe, blissful speeches, which I really enjoy. And also I'd like to thank Toastmaster Koon Yeat for providing interesting titles for the table topic speeches today. Thank you so much, and I truly appreciate it. Now let's start with the evaluation. I will begin with Ikhtifar's speech on if your duit Raya could buy anything, what would you buy? He used his hand gesture to point out about why he should buy the Samsung product. I can't recall its full name, but I remember it's Samsung, so I just say it's a Samsung product. He first said that it has the good video and everything, and also the price and so on and so forth. Yeah, ring. Okay, so it makes me feel interested to get that product. And as for point improvement, I would like Toastmaster Ikhtifar to make a call action. Since you're saying the product is so good, maybe you can make it into a good closing speech by saying that with all the things I have said earlier on this product, come and join me and buy this product together or something like that. Maybe we can get bundle deal or something. You can make your speech more humorous along the way. The second speaker is Toastmaster Wei Xiang on Raya playlist, and it's talking about what kind of song you like to put in your Raya playlist. So he gave out a good point. He gave a very solid point, especially on Rasa Sayang, the song he chose. Why? Because he said that it's about his childhood. It reminds him of his childhood, something he learned, and also it relates to his secondary life, learning the national language Bahasa Malaysia and his poetry. I believe you can make a speech better, Toastmaster Wei Xiang, by cutting the clutter. So what I mean by that, it means that we remove all the parts which I feel quite distracting, which is like I'm not a music person and don't have a particular preference. You can just don't say it. How we're going to do this when we do in the table topic speech is that we give a good pause, like maybe a minute of pause before you start making a speech. That way you will organize your thoughts, everything before you make a speech. That is a good practice when you make a table topic speech. Well done to you, Toastmaster Wei Xiang. Now let's go to our third speaker, which is Toastmaster Zhi Jun. If your kampung have a signature dish, what would it taste like and why? So she began by giving, Toastmaster Zhi Jun began by giving a very strong message introduction on curry chicken. Okay, so she gave a good storytelling by beginning with that she doesn't like spicy food. Okay, then there was the turning point where the mom's trying to convince her you should try eating it, and her relatives even suggesting to her that eating with milk. Yes, and the point of realization, I believe, is the climax, which is the interesting point. When you eat a milk and she loved it so much, she even attempt to eat the spicy dishes, including the mala one. That is a very good storytelling from start to finish as a heel. So don't like spicy food, realization, and voila, you love spicy food. As for point improvement, I believe you can use your body gesture to distinguish you as a character from your mom as a character. So you can do this when you're talking like, Zhi Jun, you should try the curry chicken is nice. So then you act as your character and say, yes. So that is how you use your body gesture to distinguish two characters, your mom and you. Now let's go to our fourth table topic speaker, Toastmaster Ninaa, talking about most useless thing you have ever brought. I believe that you have applied a very interesting technique in your speech, which is twist. So you began by saying that Labubu is seasonal products of Labubu is one of the useless stuff, and when you have ever bought, because it kind of seemed redundant and seemed insignificant. Yet towards the end of the speech, I found out that you talk about kids in the house, and the kids calm because as a result of that. So I heard that there is there's a twist implied in the middle of the speech, which is good. I hope you use it more often in the future. And to make your storytelling much better, I believe you can add a takeaway message. You can say that what you think is insignificant may not be insignificant to others, for example. Okay, and our last speaker for today's table topic speech is Toastmaster Yeat on the snack you must bring back from your hometown after the festival. So you have make a very nice story by stating that you, despite of your mom's amateur baking skills, yet you have eaten burnt chocolate chip cookie and you like it so much. You despite you not liking it, but you attempted it and ate it to the point you're used to it, no matter what. So maybe you can, from here, I believe you can make it better by adding a strong closing point by saying that you can say that maybe because it's because no matter who makes the food, if you feel that the food is made with love, as hinted from our table topic master, Toastmaster Ding Kun Yet, it tastes better. Then you can make a strong message and a better closing for your speech. All in all, thank you so much to all 5 speakers for attempting table topic speeches for today, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you. And back to you, Toastmaster Evening.
Following Yu Ming's insightful evaluation, let's welcome Ikhtifar, who is one of the seasoned Toastmasters, to offer his suggestion for Jennice, who is attempting her first evaluator speech. Over to you, Ikhtifar.
Ohayo Harshini, Chan, Genki desu ka? Now, a speech, an evaluation speech is not just giving feedback to your speakers. It is for you to connect to your audience also. Remember that. Now, Jennice, you did great by giving examples of what Harshini did good and also the challenges that you gave, which is to use more hand gestures and also body language when giving advice. For me, you can elaborate more by giving 2 or 3 good things for Harshini to reflect on. I mean, to keep on doing, and also 2 points to improve on later on for her next speech. What I'd like to suggest to you is, Jennice, personally, is your face, your camera angle, because I think, right, we only can see half of your angle, half of your face. So a lot of those body language and also vocal those your facial expression were gone from the side, and it was like a bit hard for me to see how you are giving your body language and also your vocal variety. What I would like you to improve on is, as I said, give more points to elaborate and also give example. Let's say, for example, when you say that, Harshini, you need to improve on your body gestures and everything, right? Maybe you can say that, like, say, for example, when you're giving advice, you can say like something like, Harshini speech. Let's say, for example, like this. I'm alone in Italy. Everything is new to me. What should I do? Or where should I go? So in this way, right, the speaker can learn and also can reflect on the speech for her later speech or her future speech later on. And also, your conclusion were a bit abrupt. I think like you can reconclude again and saying that, say, for example, what I said to you is, Jennice, you did good with your language, you did good with your body gestures and also your hand gestures. What I have to improve on is maybe adjust your camera angle and also to give more examples. So in this way, right, the speaker can at least remember that what the points that have you listed out in the earlier part of the speech, and also can improve more on later on. As I know that this is your first speech, your first feedback for your as a speaker, So I hope that in the future you can take the points that I've given and improve more on giving feedback to others. And I hope that in the future you will be more active playing a waiter role compared to a role player. Back to you, Sherru.
Thank you, Ikhtifar. Now, let us vote for the best evaluator in your mind. Kang, can you set vote? Thank you.
Please cast your vote for your best evaluator. We need 6 more votes. I hope you don't see the winner, right? Am I sharing the winner? I hope no. I don't think
No.
so. Okay.
No.
All right, 2 more. The poll will close in 3, 2, 1. Thank you. We have a winner. Okay. Sherru?
Now, let's turn our attention to the role players. May I invite Xiu for her Grammarian report? Xiu, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the evening. Okay, so I will do my grammarian's report for today. So there are 6 people who use the word of the day today, which is Iman Sofea for using it 1 time, Toastmaster Sherru for using it 1 time, Toastmaster Harshini for using it 4 times, and Toastmaster Ikhtifar for using it 1 time, Ninaa for using it 1 time, and Toastmaster Ming for using it 1 time. Congratulations and keep up the good work. We hope that everyone can use the word of the day for the future meetings. Okay, moving on. There are some good selection of words, phrases, or idioms, which is the first one is by Ninaa, Eternal Bliss, and by Toastmaster Meng, Call to Action and Cutting the Clutter. And moving on to the last session, for the grammar correction, never taken transit. It should be structured never taken transit. And yeah, that's all from me. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Moving on, may I invite Kang for his R counter report. Kang, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherru. Apologize, everyone. I won't be able to share screen for the report. I'll be sharing the PDF after the meeting ended. Let's start my R counter report. Zhi Jun, you had 4 so, 1 I think, 4 the, 1 are, 2 that, 1 la, 1 and, 2 like, 4 and then, 2 but, and 2 yeah. Sherru had 1 now, 1 and so, 1 and. Iman had 6 and, 1 that. Harshini, 1 now, 6 so, 3 and then. 4 okay, 2 right. Koon, 10 so, 2 and then, 3 1 maybe, 1 2 sorry. Ikhtifar, 1 1 the, 3 like, 2 now, 5 and also, 2 I mean, 5 3 so, 3 and also, 1 macam like, 2 right. Wei Xiang, 6 so, 1 but then, 1 1 because, 1 actually. Ninaa, 1 yeah, 1 so, 2 yes, 1 but, 1 Make it 1 2 because, 3 so, 1 la, 1 actually, 2 and, 2 right, 1 yeah. Jennice, 6R, 5 1 Ming, 3 2 something, 2 so, 4 and, 2 the, 2 now, 5 2 Xiu, 2 so, 1 okay so, 1 yeah, 1 okay, 2 2 and. That's the end for my report. Thank you. Back to Sherru.
Thank you, Ming Kang, for your dedication to catch all our crush words. Now, let me invite our final role player, Shin Yin, for her timer report. Shin Yin, over to you.
Okay, so for ASAA call meeting to order, Ming Kang used 1 minute and 29 seconds. For President opening address, Zhi Jun used 1 minute and 48 seconds. For Toastmaster of the evening takes control, Sherru took 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So over to the project speech section, Iman Sofea took 6 minutes and 21 seconds, which was in time. Harshini took 7 minutes and 29 seconds, which was just in time. And congrats to both of the speakers for being on time. Then we have our table topic session, which for our first speaker, Ikhtifar, he took 2 minutes and 9 seconds. For Wei Xiang, he took 1 minute and 46 seconds. Zhi Jun, she took 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Ninaa took 1 minute and 54 seconds. Meng took 1 minute and 41 seconds. So congrats to all the speakers for being on time. Then we have our intermission section, which is 5 minutes, and it took 4 minutes and 34 seconds. Then over to the evaluation section. For Zhi Jun, her evaluation is 3 minutes and 55 seconds, which overspent 25 seconds. Jennice, 2 minutes 1 second. Ikhtifar took 2 minutes and 49 seconds. For table topic evaluation, Ming took 6 minutes and 50 seconds, which was in time. For role players report, Xiu took 1 minute and 19 seconds, which was 11 seconds underspent. Ming Kang took 2 minutes and 12 seconds. As for me, I took 1 minute and 48 seconds. Okay, that's all from me.
Thank you for Shin Yin reports. Here comes the most anticipated moment, the award ceremony. Who are the winners? Our best table topic speakers go to, let's have some drum roll. You on your mic and let's have some drum roll. Okay. So our best table topic speakers goes to Wei Xiang and Ninaa. We have 2 winners.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Two
Be ready for the
new
camera.
members.
You still there
And
for
let's-
photo?
Yeah, be ready for your
2 new members.
to capture the moment of your victory.
I need help in taking
Look
photo.
to the
I'm
camera.
sharing screen. Xiu, can you help? Zhi Jun.
Wait, I can't help my side because I'm using iPad.
Xiu.
I can help. Okay, wait,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, one more. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Now, how about the evaluation session? Who is the winner? Our best evaluator goes to Ming. Ming, be ready to take a photo of your victory.
Okay, let me pin you.
Attention.
Okay. Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Do you want to change your pose? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
A big round of applause for all our winners today. For those who didn't win today, remember that every speech is a learning experience so that we can continue to improve ourselves. You will have plenty more chances to shine in future meetings. With that, I shall pass the mic to our president, Zhi Jun.
Thank you, Sherru. With that, that concludes of our 1.5 hour Hari Raya meeting. Today, we have witnessed two speakers. The first speaker, Iman, she's talking about her one-year journey as a Toastmaster, and she found herself the improvement she need and also what she want. And second is Toastmaster Harshini sharing her experience being independent when she is in Japan. During the table topic session, we have witnessed a total of 5 table topic speakers with sharing different aspects from some from Raya and some from the other festival as well. And then we see that everyone are enjoying during this 1.5 hour meeting, and even though everyone keeping chit chat during the intervention. With that, for the Hari Raya is one week over, so for those who are celebrating Hari Raya Aidilfitri to you all, for those who are not celebrating, happy holiday to you all. And for those who are going back to hometown, safe trip. And also remember to check your touch and go card, or remember to check whether your petrol is enough for you to drive back. And then have a safe trip. Happy Hari Raya. Next slide. Our upcoming meetings are on. This will be our now temporary last meeting for online meeting. After the Raya holiday, we will resume back to physical meeting. So we have our 399 meeting on 7 April, which is at Dewan Perdana 1 KPS. And we will have our 400 meeting, which is also our UMTMC 18th anniversary meeting on 14 April, which will be held at Dewan Perdana 3 and Zoom. Zoom is for the benefit for the past members or senior members which are not in Kuala Lumpur to attend our meetings. For those who can attend, can come to the physical venue, please come, as we have some exciting games and delicious food waiting for you. If you are attending online, no food for you. And then 23rd, we are having a joint meeting with Touch and Go Toastmaster Club. So mark it down on your calendar. Next slide. For 14 April, we are still looking for these role players. One assistant sergeant in arms, which help to call the meeting to order and might help in the online setting there. And then 2 speech evaluators to evaluate the 2 speakers. And then 1 timer to time the meeting flow. For assistant ASAA and timer, these 2 roles are open to both new members and experienced members. For new members, if you are taking these 2 roles, guidance will be provided to you all. So just take only, and then we'll guide you in your role. Don't be afraid. And for the speech evaluators, for the benefits of the time, we will only open to those who have done the level 1 evaluator project. And then the venue, the time will be at 8 to 10 p.m. at Dewan Perdana 3. So if you're available to come and can take these roles, kindly private message me or Alvin. I will send this in our WhatsApp group. Just PM me or PM direct message our VPE Alvin. Next slide. And then for existing members, don't forget to renew our membership. The campaign period is 31st March, but since because of the Raya holiday and also for benefits for our treasurer to submit the payments, because at the end of March, the website will be lagging. So please renew a membership by 29 March. If you haven't renewed, please do so. Pay to our treasurer, Iman Sofea. I believe I have sent the QR code and also the bank account number of our treasurers to everybody, every existing members. If you haven't renewed, please renew by 29 March this Saturday. And then you will get a desk phone stand. Yeah, next slide. If you wish to drop any feedback to our meeting, kindly scan this QR code. If you want to ask us anything, also scan this QR code to ask us. Is there anyone want to share something? Open airtime. I will open the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. With that, let's call this meeting adjourned and see you all 2 weeks later.